Hello and welcome to this webinar. We're just gonna wait one more minute to start because I see there's still more people arriving to the webinar, and then we're gonna get started. We have a very exciting webinar today, and I will show you how you can automate your crypto trading in 1 minute or less. And you will see it's really possible. You don't even need 1 minute to do that. So stay tuned, and I'm back in about 1 minute. Okay, I see we get some more new people in. I see Ashley, I see Tim, I see Trader 25, I see Carol, I see Andrew. Welcome. A lot of new people this time. I'm very excited. So let's get started. I want to give you a little overview because I see some of you guys are new to the platform, and I want to make sure that you totally get the point, what it is all about, why you should use a trading bot, why you should use our platform instead of any other platforms. And I just want to make my way through. So we're going to start why it's important to use a trading bot, and then I'm going to show you the setup, I show you the interface, and I also show you some strategies that you can set up, and I will share them with you. And you can also have my scripts, my indicators if you want to. Just let me know in the chat, or just send us an email, or you will find the chat button here, down here, most of the time. Most of the time I'm online, or my colleagues will be online, and just shoot me a mail and I will get back to you. So, but let's get started. Why should you use a trading bot? If you have been trading already, you may know that it's basically not possible to trade 24/7, so you're gonna miss out on important trades. And if you go to the About Us page that we have here on the website, you will see basically why I developed the bot. I developed the bot because of my own needs. I started to trade about 2 or 3 years ago cryptocurrencies, and I discovered that basically all the time I went to bed, it seemed I missed an important trade, or I forgot to put the correct stop loss or get stopped out or whatever. That's why I decided to create my own trading bot. First of all, I was using other trading bots like Gunbot and all the other stuff that is out there, but for me that was too much black box. They provided a service, and you could plug in your exchange and do some very small modifications, not really a lot. But the problem was that was really a black box, and it was so hard to set up. I had to buy my own server. I had to talk to the support all the time because the software didn't run, and stuff like that. So I didn't really like that. So I started to get some developers and set up our own bot. So the advantages are that you can trade really 24/7. You're not gonna miss any chances anymore. There is no emotions involved anymore. So if you set up the bot, if you put your indicators, if you put your stop limits, if you put all the parameters, after that you just set it to live, and basically you don't even see anymore, if you don't want to, that the bot is trading. So you can take out a lot of the emotions of the trading. It's 100% safe. So if you put in your API keys to connect it to your favorite exchange, we support 5 exchanges in the moment, and we'll add some more exchanges in the very soon. If you have a special request for putting some more exchanges, just let me know and I will forward them to the team. So you have safety, you just connect it to our bot with the API. Of course, you should not use the API that anybody would be able to withdraw. So you just take the standard API. We are not able to withdraw, for example, from your account. We're just able to send buy and sell signals. So there is no way that anybody could steal anything from you. Crypto signals, we have a lot of signals that you can trade. In the moment, you can trade all the indicators that are available on TradingView. We also implemented just very recently, it's still in beta, social trading, so you can share your bots and you can use shared bots. And we are working on to get signals providers on board, and also you will be able to set up your own strategies in a dashboard as well. We have statistics, as you see here. You can trade long and short. In the moment we support BitMEX and Poloniex, where you can trade short. It's all cloud-based, so nothing to set up. You can register for free, as you see here, so just click here or here. You can register for free and then you're ready to go, basically. So this is the main advantages. Of course, it's fast and easy. That's what I'm gonna show you today, that you can really set it up in 1 minute or less. So if you click here, if you don't have an account already, just click on try free now. Let's see how fast my internet is today. So you just put in your first name, last name, your email address, your password, you tick that you agree, and then you create your account, and that's all you need to do. And then you can already log in, and if you log in, you're gonna see a dashboard like that. So basically you see this if you log in. I would strongly recommend, if you click here, that you register for the next webinar. We change it now that always the newest or the next upcoming webinar will be here live. If you click here, then create a bot. This is where you can get started to create your first trading bot. I will show to you the interface in a minute. Visit the help center. If you click here, there is a help center. In the moment, it's just the get started guidelines. We are working on building up the help center and some more blog posts, and then you can chat with our team. This will just open the chat box down there. You can chat with our team all the time, so you get the latest informations, and also some more news are hidden here. So if you click here, there is some more news going on there. So the latest changes we did with the signal, so it's much easier now for you to connect your bot to our platforms. So there's some more information down there. So let's get started. If you have any questions, you can put them into the chat box. I'm not quite sure if I can answer all of the questions, because like usually there will be a lot of questions coming in, and if you're not able to answer your questions straight away, we try to follow up with you later on. And if we don't do that for whatever reason, please go ahead and contact us on the chat again. So let's get started and set up our first trading bot. Or maybe I show you the interface first. I show you around in the software, and then we create our first trading bot. So if you come in, you will see that straight away. Then you can go to your bots. That will be empty for you, but basically later on it will show you all your bots that you set up. You see we have a lot of bots here that we set up. Then we go to the trade history. In the trade history, there's everything in that is going on in the moment. So you see I have some trades that are doing not that good. I have some trades that are doing quite good. This is the active status. And if I go to all, I will also see the trades that I have recently have been closed. So also all these trades have been closed quite in red. But here we have quite a lot in green. You see here, it's not so bad going down here. It's very mixed. You see in the moment, my testing account, or this account, is up 2.28 Bitcoin. That's 0.9% of there's thousands and thousands of trades going on in this account, and we're testing a lot on this. If you just want to see the active trades, just press on this. And the nice thing about this, so you see always what's going on in here, and if I click on the I symbol here, I will go to the detail page and I will see the bot name here. I will see what kind of bot it is, on which exchange it trades, the strategy. It's on a 5-minute time frame. It's an open long, so it's a long trade. I would be able, if I want for any reason want to close the trade, I could just press here and it will close the trade. I have some more information here. The amount we trade is just 0.001 here. The cost was 11,600. Whatever, so I bought it for that. The opening price was that. The stop loss was set by me automatically, or the stop loss was set by the bot because I put it in. So the stop loss is set at 11,564, and the take profit, this bot has got a take profit. It will take profit at this point here, so 11,798. This is the opening signal. We could click on the opening signal and take a closer look what the opening signal was. Sometimes it needs some time to load, but here we see it. That would be the opening signal, and if the trade is closed, there would also be the closing signal here. And it seems like no, it's still open. Still needed to load. If there's a trailing stop loss, you can click on the load button here, and it will show you all the points where the stop loss got moved. So if I go back to the trade history, you can do that actually with every bot, and there's also bulk actions. So if for some reason, whatever you're panicking or whatever, you can say select all, and then you could say close selected in one, and it would close all the open trades for you. Then another very convenient thing is the signals. Here you just see what signals are coming in. So you see here it's 11:15 now. I have one already coming in at 11:15, 14, 14, 14, 14, 13, 13. So I've got a lot of signals coming in, as you see here. And in this case, you see the most signals are skipped. Why is that? These are all closing signals here, most of them. And if I click on the details here, I'm quite sure it will tell me it was closed because there was, or it was skipped because there was no open trade. In this case, of course, TradingView is the signal source for most of our signals in the moment, and if there is no open trade, of course the closing signal will be skipped because there is no nothing to close there. So if I go back to the signals here, I look, for example, this is just coming in, you see 12:16. If I click on that, I will see that this got processed, and it got processed and open long. It started, I can switch here to related trades, and I will immediately see what the bot opened at 12:16. And if I go there, I will see all the details, of course, of the trade. So this is very convenient. This is just to see what signals are coming in and to test if your signals, for example, that you have to be sure that your signals are coming in, right? We try to make the interface as simple as possible. The bot is very, very powerful, but it looks actually very, very simple. But we put in thousands of hours already in development into the bot. I know it doesn't look like, but there's a lot of things in the background you have to think about, like all the security things to make sure that the bot is trading at the right time. We had to find solutions. What happens if like a signal for some reason is coming in a little too late? We're not gonna trade it, we're gonna skip it and stuff like that. So there's a lot of background things. So here the last thing you can look at is the statistics. The statistics in the moment is still quite primitive, you could say. There's just an overview. We're working on some more filters and some more things you can do with statistics that you really know what's going on. So you have some statistics here. You always see what the strategy made. And you also see the losing trades up there. You see the winning trades up there. You can filter it. You can also filter the time frames and so on. The last thing I want to show you in the dashboard that I didn't show you till now is here the settings. If you go into the settings, there's not much left that you have to do to start trading. Actually, you can start trading straight away. I'll show that to you in a minute. You can here by default, if you sign up for free, we give you all these virtual bots, and basically this is paper trading, so you can start straight away. You just have to receive a signal. You don't even have to connect it to an exchange to test it. If you later on want to connect it to an exchange, you just go here and set up a new exchange. So for example, Binance Real, I just call it test, so I know I have to delete it again. So if you want to connect it to your real exchange, you will go here and say you want to make it a real trading bot. You go to Binance, you put in your API, you put in your secret, you add it. Then this connection is established or is set up and will be saved for you. And from now on, you can use it in your bots to connect to your exchange. So it's very simple and easy. Here you can change your password, and here you can change your time zone. This is all you need to do. So it's very simple. Here you can upgrade. I'll show it to you later, because at the end of the video, I have a very special offer for you. If I find the link, I think I can find the link. It's a very special offer for trading bot solutions to get the bot much cheaper than the regular prices. But let's now get started. I want to dig in a little deeper, and I want to show you some strategies. So if I go down there, this is my document where I prepare the strategies. If you look here, you don't have to set up your bots in that way. I just do it because then I know straight away what bot is it, what exchange it is trading on, what was the opening signal, or what is the buying trigger, what is the selling trigger, is it trading on candles or Hakanashi, or is it selling at once or all at 1% and stuff like that. You don't need that, but my strategies look like that. And I want to start to show you the TD indicator on a 6-hour time frame. TD indicator is on the mark. We're gonna use today TradingView to do that. So I switch over to TradingView. If you don't have TradingView in the moment, just get a free trial. You're quite limited in the number of alerts, but it's not expensive. So the smallest version, I think it's $7 or $9 that you can already start, and then you can start sending signals to our bot. You can also use the social trading if you want. So let me first of all show you how you can basically set up your first bot. There's two options that you can access the bot. So you could just click here, create a bot, and then you can set up a TradingView bot here. I'm gonna show that to you in a second. Then there is the copy settings here, so the copy signals. I just click on that to show it to you for a second. I would click on here, and then I've got the option to just select a bot and just copy a bot setup from another trader and use this. So for example, there is this bot I could copy. There is this bot, this bot. If I want to copy this bot, I would just click here, and as soon the bot is displayed here in this interface, you can name the bot. So I just make it test again, test share bot 1 for example. Then I could add a new connector. The connector is the connection to the exchange, or can just use a already existing connector. This is BitMEX, so this would be a real API. This would be the virtual API. The real API I set up already in the connectors tab, like I just showed you. I just used the virtual now, and here you have the options to tick if you want the bot to be updated, if the creator of the bot, for example, makes some modifications, this would also update your bot. If you uncheck that box, your bot will not be updated. And then I just click on create, and I think that takes like 10 or 15 seconds. So this is the fastest way you can create a trading bot with us. And here it's already started. You see, is it paused? I have to check. Let me see. Just filter here the status and have a look what's going on here. It's still stopped. We do that because we want to make sure that you're ready with it, and you can also check the setup here. So you can, this is the bot we just copied. You can see the setup, what the originator, what the creator of the bot did here. So basically it's trading, it's a Bitcoin, it's 10 maximum trades. You can see that there is no take profit, no stop loss set. You have to be careful, of course. I would not recommend to have a bot with no stop loss, but then you could just say, okay, you can start it and the bot will run. Or if you want to change some settings in here, if you're not really happy with that, you just go ahead and say copy, and then all these fields will be available again. If you want to create a totally new bot, I will show it to you now. So this was the creation of the bot if you want to do social crypto trading. And if I go back here now to your bots, this will be the list of bots, and I can also go here and come to this creator again. I want to show you this one as well. This is still going to be created. You can't click on it in the moment. We will roll that out in the next 2 weeks, and here we will give you first of all an interface where you can create your own signals, so you don't need TradingView or any external platform anymore. And we are also talking to some signal providers, so we're gonna make a marketplace where you can buy signals and connect it, just use it in our bot and gets started much faster. The way I show you today is here with TradingView, or you could also have your own signal source. If you are able to fire an email on an alert, you can use our bot to trade. You don't have to have TradingView. You just use it because it's very convenient. There's a lot of indicators that are free, and it's very cheap to use basically. Here in the setup, as you see here, you have the option to use a wizard. So the wizard will guide you through the process, but we're gonna use the form, the long form now. Then I can show you what we're gonna do. So this is the form we're gonna use to create our bot, and I am going back to the list, and I will show you now that we gonna set up this strategy. So my strategy name will be, the bot name will be this here, and like I said, it doesn't have to be for you. You can just put in whatever you want. Just check the parameters here. So I will do it 6 hours long, Binance Green 2, Green 8. So I will go to TradingView bot. I will do a long trade. I will go do it on Binance. What we're gonna trade, Bitcoin, USDT. So USDT Bitcoin, USDT BTC. We will trade. The strategy name I will copy out of my form again. Just copy this, and I stick it in here. The time frame was 6 hours. So you can pick any time frame here, as you see. So you have minutes, hours, days, weeks, month. And then the connector, I will set up a virtual Binance trade. You see I have other, this is the Binance real test that we set up before. I didn't spell Binance right, as you see here, but here it appears if you set up a connector. So you are able actually to trade on as many exchanges as you want. So you can set up, for example, one bot that is trading short on BitMEX, and you set up a different account that is the long trading account. So you can counter trade and just use our bot. It's very easy. So I will use virtual Binance. In this case, I will set the BTC volume to trade. I will say the maximum numbers of active trades. If I put that to 4, it will not allow me to place, or will not allow the bot, because we don't have to do anything anymore. We all automated. That's really great. So if I set that to 4, the bot is able to buy 4 times. And if I go here, I will enable the closing signal. You could also say, okay, I don't want to have a closing signal. I just close the trade on the take profit, or I close the trade on a stop loss, or I close the trade on whatever. So you should, of course, have something in both directions, but you could also say, I just let it run and I don't want to close it. I just, if it goes up, I just let it run, and if it goes down, I make sure I'm gonna get stopped out. So the next thing is, I'm not gonna take profit in this case. That's the closing signal, I leave that on. So in this case, if it is the TD indicator, it depends what kind of indicator it is. Sometimes it makes sense to set it to 1, sometimes it makes sense to set it to all. So what that means is, if a closing signal comes in, you can set it that one closing signal will close all open trades for this bot, or one closing signal will just close one trade. So I set it to 1 for the moment. And because it's in my strategy, I have strategies for here it's 1, and I have strategies also for all. I don't take profit in this case. I will enable a stop loss. I would always recommend that. Let's say this is quite a long time frame. I just say 6% stop loss, and I make a trailing stop loss of 0.5, and here 0.5. So that's the trigger and the stop loss. What that means is, if the trade moves up 0.5%, the bot will automatically move the stop loss up 0.5% for you. So this is very convenient. You've got much more opportunities to make profit. Then down here you see, to receive your TradingView alerts for this bot, please copy and paste the alert below into your TradingView alert box. Please also make sure you send alerts to this email address. So first of all, if you work with an external signal source, you need to make sure that we receive your signals. So let's just duplicate this window. And I want to show you first of all, before we get started to set up the strategies, how you can very simply just put in one more email address into your TradingView account setting. So I'm here. If you click here and just go to profile setup, so click on your account name and then go to profile setup, and then you will see it straight away coming up here, and here the SMS email. I make it a little bigger. I'm not quite sure how big you see it on the webinar screen. So I make it bigger now. Don't click here and change the email address, because TradingView will then tell you it's not possible because the email address is already used. You have to change it here, SMS email. And into the SMS email box, you just copy in signals.tbs@gmail.com. Then you click on Save Changes and you're good to go. Now we are going back here, and it gives you the opening long signal here and gives you the closing long signal. So you just need to copy this syntax here and copy it into your TradingView or whatever signal source you use into the alert. So as you see here, we made it now that you cannot copy the open long and close long because it's not needed for the signal. The signal starts, or the alert starts, with your email address. So in this case, my email address for this account is test77@test.de. Very creative email address, as you can tell. Yes. So in this, don't use the test77. Your interface will show you the right signal for your bot and will have your email address. So now in this case, I want to open a long trade. So I just copy this opening signal. I go to TradingView and I have already now, I zoom it out a little, it's a little too big now, I guess. So I already have now the TD indicator, which is the tone, the mark indicator, up on my chart. And I can now say, I always do, or not always, but some of our strategies, or the strategy we do in the moment, is we buy on a green 2 and we sell on a green 8. If you look back, that's not a bad strategy. Green 2, green 8, green 2, green 8. Also, if you do a short, red 2, red 8, or color flip, we can also do. Red 2, color flip. Green 2, color flip. So I have two strategies. The one we are setting up in the moment is just for the numbers on the candles. And I have a second strategy that will also include the color flip. And I have a mixed strategy that you cannot just send one closing and one opening signal, of course. I will do now here one opening signal. So I just click on the indicator. We have Heikin-Ashi candles here. We should change that if we have that. So I go to the candles here and use the candles. I mean, it's not that important for this indicator if it's Heikin-Ashi or candles. But in this case, I just go on to my green 2. You can also do it with Heikin-Ashi, of course, but my strategy says candles, and I'm getting confused if I'm using Heikin-Ashis then. So I just say add alert, and I make sure, first of all, the second mistake we should not do is we are trading now, first of all, on the wrong time frame, secondly, on the wrong exchange, because we wanted to set it up for Binance on a 6 hour. So I have to go here and USDT, BT, USD, BTC, USDT. So Binance, this is the right chart for that thing we want to set up. So Binance, and we go to the 6 hour chart. And you have to see how beautiful that works. Like green 2, green 8, green 2, green 8, green 2, green 8. What do you say? It's a great indicator, really. So I go ahead now and set it up. Add alert. And I say here I want to use the TE indicator. In this case, it's called TE. It's basically TD, but it's the same. You see I have a TD and a TE here. So the green 2 is set up too. It's a green indicator. Then I go to greater than, and then at the value I just put in 0 here. For every indicator it's a little different how you have to set it up. This is why I'm gonna show you more than one indicators. But this is not, you don't have to set it up that complicated because of the bot. This is just to get the indicator firing. If you don't do that, the indicator will just not work at all. So in this case, I always do 1 per par close, because then the signals are much clearer, as you would just put it once per bar, whatever, because then it could fire when the bar is not even closed or the candle is not even closed, and that would not be the greatest signal. The last thing you can do or should do is, you don't have to play a sound, of course. We always do play a sound to test it. Then you just take your syntax that we copied here, the open long, I copied it, I go to my alert box, I copy it in, and I create it. Then for some indicators, TradingView will show alerts, but don't worry, it works just fine. And your buying signal is set up. There's nothing more you need to do. Now, the TradingView, as soon an alert is coming in, TradingView will send it to our bot. And you will see it in the signal tab here. Let's just set up the closing signal as well. So this is the closing long. We go here on the indicator. I set up a TE indicator again. I say now set up 8, which is a green 8. I say again greater than. I take out the value here. I put once per bar close. And again, I check if send email to SMS. Remember, don't put send email. If you can also click send email, then you will also get an alert to your email address that you put for your account setup. But you need to check this send email to SMS to be able to send the emails to our bot. And then you just simply copy in the selling signal here. And then just create and continue anyways. And if you want to make sure that you even doing more profitable trades, so sometimes of course it does not work that, let me show you, let's find, so most of the time that works really great, the 2 and 8 and 2 and 8, but sometimes of course like with every trade up here it does not work at all, right? So you bought it here at 2, but then it went down here. And the stop loss could save you. But we could also, if you look here, there's a color flip. So at least I would say that would be a break-even trade if the color flip catches here. So you could do one more selling signal. I could just simply go here and say add alert, and I could say, okay, now I'm using the second indicator, which will also show me candles, but this indicator has got the color flip here inside. And I will just use the color flip. For the color flip, I can just leave it crossing, but I have to remove the value. I would leave it here on one. You can do it here once per minute or once per bar, but I would put it once per minute. So what should actually happen is as soon the color is changing, and it will check every minute basically, and on a 6-hour chart that makes sense. And you just simply put in the selling signal here again. Make sure it is sent to SMS email, send email to SMS here, and create it. What will happen now is your bot will normally buy at the green 2, sell at the green 8, buy at the green 2. And if something unexpected happens, if the color is changing, it will sell it also on the color flip. If you look back here, here green 2, 8, perfect. If you look back here, green 2, 8, perfect. If you look, you also can trade it quite well short. So red 2, red 8, for example. Green 2 here, it's going down. So color flip here. Stop the out, you lost a little money, but not too much. Again here, green 2, stop the out here. Here, green 2, green 8. Green 2, green 8. Green 2, green 8. Green 2, let's see what's going to happen. Probably that's going to switch quite soon into a color flip and sell it. So we didn't buy it till now, right? So the only thing then you have to do is you have to create and start the bot. That's all you need to do. And I will now go in and stop the bot again and delete the alerts again, because I already set that up in a different account and I don't want to mess it up. So I just search for the bot again. What was the name of the bot here? I think it was TD21. Here, So I will just stop this bot and delete it, and also delete the alerts that I made before, just to show you. So this is the bot again. You could change some settings. Most of the settings we don't let you change anymore because it's set up and it would just mess up everything. If you want to change everything in the bot again, you just click on copy and it will actually make a new bot for you. You see? That's how easy it is. So I will delete it later. I don't want to take any of your time. I don't want to waste any of your time. So I just delete the alerts in TradingView, because we have so many alerts set up. When I'm looking for an error, for me that's getting very hard, because it's thousands and thousands of alerts here, and we don't just have one TradingView indicator. So that was really great, and it's really easy to set it up. And even that you can do with under a minute. I do that. I don't even need a minute for that. Now the next thing I want to show you is here. Next thing, let's just set up an RSI indicator. So also on a 6-hour chart. Let's do the second one here. What is the difference? The difference is just that we take profit on the second one. So I go back to my bot. If I'm in the bots, I can also click on the button in the right top here. And if I have a setup already that works for me, so if I'm back in the bots, I could just copy a bot and I would be much faster. But I want to show it to you from scratch. So I will make a TradingView bot again. I want to use the full form again. We don't really need to use the wizard. If you want to go through the wizard, it's a little easier because it's step by step. But I want to show it to you in the wizard, or in the full form. So we will again set up a TradingView bot, a long trade, a Binance bot. We again trade USDT, BTC. You see, you can trade everything that is on Binance, right? So there's everything available on the exchanges. The strategy, I copied out of my strategy document again. Let me tell you one more time. You don't have to put in like that strange stuff that I have here. You can make it very short. Also the strategy you can make very short. The time frame was 6 hours time frame again. We have set up everything from 1 minute to I think 1 month. The connector is a virtual Binance bot again. BTC volume, I put 0.5 again, maximum numbers of trades. Now I'm gonna do a RSI bot, and RSI have the opportunity to set up more than one buy level, more than one sell level. So we'll just pick, let's pick 4. I will show it to you later why I did that. Here I think the strategy includes now, let's see, the strategy includes, I clicked on the wrong button. Let's close this. The strategy will include a 1% profit. So I go back here and say, okay, the closing signal, we close one, open for one. So for one closing signal, we close just one trade. This makes sense for RSI, because if you have more selling levels, it would be not good to close everything at the lowest selling line. I'll show it to you in a minute. Take profit, we enable taking profit, we just take profit at 1%. 1% is very little actually for a 6 hour chart. So I would more do it to like 4% or something. Let's do it here, 4%, even that says 1%, I just change it to 4%. I will also change it in the strategy document. Stop loss, we can also do a stop loss. Let's do 3%. I do that 0.5 again. That worked out quite well for me. So to remember you again, trailing stop loss, if the price moves up 0.5%, the bot will automatically move your stop loss up 0.5%. Then all we have to do is to, when we want to open the trade, I copied it again. I go now to my RSI chart. So we set up different charts for all the indicators, and we have to make sure, of course, it's on Binance again and it's on the right time frame. If we don't set it up on the right time frame, we will not get the right indicators. This is the problem. Or it's not a problem, but of course you should be aware of that. And now, let me make the RSI big so you can really see it. This is the RSI. If you don't have the RSI, it's very easy to get it. So if I don't have that RSI indicator, you just go ahead and click here on the indicators tab and then type in here RSI. Relative Strength Index. You just click here and your RSI indicator is now on your chart. You see I've got 3 lines here down, 1, 2, and the third one is here. These are my buying lines. And in the moment you see for a longer time frame it's quite easy to modify it. So I just moved the lines however it looked like for me, and in a smaller time frame I would modify it at least once a day. In a long time frame like the 6 hours you don't have to modify it that often, so the lines are quite okay. So last time it bought it here, it sold it here the first time, it sold it here the second time. That's actually quite good. So I want to show you I can use the same lines now for the indicator. So I could say, okay, this, if it goes down here, I want to buy here. So I just click on this line and then I add my alert text to the already existing alert here. I could do that. Or I just delete it so I'm not gonna mess up all my trades. So just cancel it. Or I could just set up a new line here. So I would just go ahead and say, okay, I think we should buy it up here, just as an example, right? So I just click here on the right, add an alert, pick RSI, and I always say crossing up. So if the RSI moves down and comes back moving up, I leave the value here because it's needed for the line to be there, of course. I would also say once per bar close, so you're not running into some force signals. And again, of course, you have to make sure, send email to SMS, then just put in your buying signal here and say create. And it created here this new line for us, as you see. And you are able to move this new line wherever you want to. See, I could just drop it here. Doesn't make any sense, but I could drop it here. So this is always the buying line basically. And in this case, I will buy it down here. So if the price, let's see if we had that in the past. If the price moves down below this line, then basically I will take advantage of this very rare opportunity and my bot will buy it there. Probably have to go further and further back. I can't find it now, but it doesn't matter. You get my point. So if the price moves down here, it would buy it. In this case, if the price moves down here and it moved down here, it bought it here and it bought it here. So I bought it 2 times. This is why I set it up, if you remember it, I set it up to 4 here. Maximum numbers of buys is 4. What then will happen is, it will, if it moves down here, it will buy here, it will buy here, and it will buy here. And if it will, like in this example, let's start here. It would buy here, then it would move up. Then it would buy here, then it would move up. It would come down and buy again here at the same level, but it bought like 3 times now. One at the second level, one at the highest level. Then the price started to move up. It sold 1 time here one time here. So still one trade is open now. Then it went down again, it moved up here. The last thing that was bought was now sold here. So we didn't take this profit. Then the bot moved down again. Then it didn't go through here, so nothing here. But here it moved down, and it moved up, it didn't go down below this. So we bought one more time here, it went up and down again, and probably it bought it here and here, so 3 times we bought it. Then it came down again, we bought it now 4 times, it came down but not below the line. So we bought it 4 times, then we sold it 1 time here, 2 times. Then it came down here. So we still have 2 open trades. If it goes up here, we would sell it here. If it goes up here, we will sell it here. So this is really a great strategy. And the other great thing that you could do is you could just use these lines, for example, to open a short trade. So the game would be then, let's look at this. So here you buy, like I showed you already, you buy your long trades, you go up here, you could say, okay, I will sell here if it goes through here with the long trade, but connected with a different exchange, with a different BitMEX account, I will also do a short buying here. So I would buy a short here, I would buy again a short here, would buy again a short here, would buy again a short here, short here, short here. So if you limit it to 4 times, you have 4 open short trades now. Then it moves around here, moves around. You sell 1 short trade here. You sell the 2nd short trade here, the 3rd here. So it's a really great strategy, and the 4th here. So it really works out quite well because you can combine it. So then everything you need to do is create this and start the bot again. I'm not going to do that because I just showed you quite theoretically how it worked, right? So let's set up the next strategy. So if you have any questions, just type it into the chat. I see my team is answering already some of the questions. I'm not able to do any questions. I can't really multitask. I'm getting very confused if I have to do that. So I want to show you maybe 1 or 2 more strategies that you can do. Don't forget, you can trade any indicator from TradingView. You can send thousands and thousands of alerts to a bot, and you can use hundreds of indicators that some of them are, or most of them are available for free to you. So let's see what I find here. We could do there's a combination indicator. We did that already. This was the indicator with the color flip. If you remember, we bought at a green 2 and then we sold at a green 8. You could also like buy on a green 2 and just sell on a color flip like we have it here, or combine it to be safe. The next indicator I want to show you, what is it? It is these candles. Now this is actually a very interesting strategy because it's not one of the usual strategies. What I did here is it will tell you the candle shapes. So as you see here, it's very interesting. This is a bullish harami, bearish harami, bullish, engulfing, harami, bearish harami, dark cloud cover, you know, all these candle names. So it will paint the candle and then it will give the candle a name. And the beauty is we can trade this. If you know anything about candles, then you know that actually this is quite useful, and we are able to trigger alerts on that. So if I go back to the strategy we set up here, it is called candles because it's painting the candles. So let's just set up a new strategy here. I go to the new trading bot. I create a new bot here. I do the long form again to make it easier, and I copy in just the name here from this strategy. I go back and it's a 1-day strategy, as you see here. Just copy that strategy, then I see everything here. So it's TradingView again. It is long. it is Binance, it is most of the time I trade USDT, Bitcoin, but of course you can trade everything you want, which is what is USDT, what is available on the exchange, of course. Then it was 1 day, so day 1. It was the connector virtual Binance we can connect. You can also connect a real trade. What I would recommend to you is to always start trading virtually to see if everything works. And then it's very easy to just copy the existing strategy and just, do the pull down and just put your real, and you don't have to change anything else. You just change it to real exchange. I do 0.5 again. I do the numbers of trades. What we set up now is, let me show you a different strategy. Let's just say we can buy like 3 times, and then we use the closing signal again, but now I put it to all previous opens so that you see what's going to happen here. So one closing signal will now close all the open signals. If the bot opened 3 signals, 3 trades already, 3 long trades, then one closing long signal will close all these 3 trades with this opportunity. I don't take profit in a moment. Again, what is it, a daily? So a daily, I will put like 5 over the stop loss. Trailing stop loss trigger, I will put 0.5 again, 0.5, so to get my stop loss moved up and down again. And then, like we did before, I just copied the open long, and I see what I did here to buy and sell. So the buying signal is bullish engulfing, and the selling signal is bearish engulfing and dark cloud cover. So bullish engulfing, I will buy it. I go back to my charts and we can check that back. Let's check that back if it really works. Let's start back here. Bullish Harami, we don't buy the bullish Harami, bullish engulfing. So we would have bought here, then here again, then bullish Harami, we didn't buy. Bearish Harami, we sold here. So we bought here, we bought here, we sold here, we bought here, we bought here, we sold here. Bullish Harami, we bought here, we sold here. So yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Bullish engulfing, bullish engulfing, bullish Harami, dark cloud cover here. So let's just put it on the chart. You see now it's moving quite fast in the downwards position. Let's see where that's going to and what kind of candle that's going to be. But to set up the alert, you simply go there, you pick the right indicator, which is called in this case candles. Well, it's just, you see here you can do any candle shape basically. Bullish engulfing I wanted to do, and then I'm not quite sure what I set up here. I think it was just greater than in this case to set it up. I just deleted the value and once per bar close, of course, and then I just make sure I put in here just the buying signal again, and I create it. So you see the candle shapes get formed now, and then I put my selling signal in here. I just take the selling signal, and I would do it, when would I do it? I do it on bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing and dark cloud cover. Bearish engulfing and dark cloud cover. So you would just go here, bearish engulfing, and you would do the second one for the dark cloud cover. So you set up 2. So bearish engulfing first, again I think it's greater than, remove the value here, once per bar close, put it in here, make another one for the dark cloud cover, go back to the candles, say dark cloud cover, say greater than, set it to 0 again. You're falling fast now, you see that? Once per bar close, copy it in here. Great. I made one mistake, as you saw. I am not trading on a daily chart, of course. So if it would move that fast on a daily chart, that would be quite shocking. So we should delete these alerts again here. 1, 2, and 3. And I move to my daily chart. And I put it, of course, on my daily chart. How does it work on a daily chart? Bullish Harami, bearish Harami, bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing, bearish. So we bought here 2 times, 3 times, no, 2 times bullish engulfing, and went up here, bearish engulfing, not too bad. So again, we set it up here, candles, what do we do now? Bullish engulfing to buy it, right? Bullish engulfing to buy it, so I go back and copy out the buying signal again, go back to that, copy it in, make sure I do greater than, delete the value, make it 0, once per bar close, make sure this is checked. It will always be checked if you did it once. Then I copy in the buying signal I created. I just go back and take the closing signal. I do the closing signal 2 times, as you recall. Just put it on the chart again, add. Then I go to candles again, I go to bearish engulfing, I go to once per bar close, I go greater than, I make a 0 here, I just copy in that selling, I check if this is okay, I say great, I make another one for the dark cloud, I go back here to the candles, go to dark cloud, go to greater than, go to 0, 0, go to once per bar close, check if this is crossed, put in the signal, great, done. Start the bot, ready to go. That's all you need to do. So let's see if I have one more. Do I have one more? I have one more for you, yes. Let's look at the Fibonacci. We don't really have to set it up, I just show it to you. So if you see here, this is Fibonacci lines, and this is an indicator I can provide to you if you want to. We have some other indicators as well. So basically what it's doing, it's buying down here. So it's buying on the lowest level all the time. It's crossing through here. For example, here, it's buying. It's buying. It's selling if it crosses up here. It's buying if it's falling out here. So buying, 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 buying. And then it will sell up there again. The way it works is I just click on the indicator again and I will go to the Fibonacci level and I can say cross 6 down. Let me see, let's count together. So basically here from the red line, which is the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it crosses here, then I will buy it. So you do the crossing down, you say once per bar close, this is the best. Then you also make sure here, SMS. Then you copy in the buy signal here. And then you go up and say, okay, I want to also do the Fibonacci level and do the 6 up. Here, once per bar close, selling signal, great. That's all you need to do and you can trade the Fibonacci. So let's see how that is moving. So we bought it up here. Let's see how fast this is moving up. So you could also say you want to sell it at the middle level or you would sell it at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. whatever. You could also reverse it and make a short out of it, right? Or you could just combine everything. You could say, okay, I want to buy it on a 6 down Fibonacci and I gonna sell it on a green 8 TD indicator. Or I want to buy it on the RSI level and I want to sell it on a bullish, bearish Harami or whatever. So you're totally free to combine indicators. And this is moving up now fast. So if you would have set it to, for example, here, it's closing. Let's see, it's moving up quite fast. Let's see where this candle is closing. It's now 14 seconds left for the candle to close. Go, 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 go. Maybe we can get it moving up to the, I don't know, this line, closing there. Yes, so that works. So if you would have set it up to, this is 6 up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you would have put it up to the 1 up, it would have already here closed. Now it's going down again. So basically you bought it down here at the price of 11,812, for example. This is just a 1 minute chart, right? So up, 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 up. So it's not that great, right? But it's around $10. Now it will move up even more. So it's not too bad, right? So these indicators work quite well. So I think we have done enough indicators. And if I go back to the bots, always check if they are started on we start them on default. Normally if you click on create and start, if you go to signals, you will then see signals coming in. Maybe we have got already some of our test signals coming in, but I don't think so, because we all did on a long time frame. We all did on like a 6 hour or 1 day chart or whatever. And so this is shorter time frames that are coming in here. So this was skipped, this was processed. If I go to the trade history again, I show you again, we have some trades making profit, we have some trades making minus. That's how life is, as you know, right? And now I want to give you a very special offer. So basically you can use the bot for free how long you want, and you can trade paper trade virtually, but I think it doesn't really make sense to just stay on virtual trading, right? So if you just trade virtually, you will never make real profit. So it makes sense, of course, to also make a subscription, or do a subscription, and then you are able to connect it with a real exchange and make real money. I'm just looking for the link to the offer. Let me see if I can find it, because my programmer just set it up and I'm not sure anymore what the link was, and it would be a pity if I can't find the link to show it to you. But just give me a second, because we made a special offer for you and I want to show you this special offer, of course, because this is 50% off. If I can't find the offer, I'm gonna send it to you. But let me just give me a second. I'm gonna contact my programmer on my chat and get him to send me the link again. Just a second. In the meantime, I'm gonna show you the subscription tab here. So if you want to use the bot for real, there is this basically this packages available here. You have monthly packages and you can save up to 20% if you go for an annual package, of course. But this even better, because if I can find it, I think that my programmer just sent me the link. You are lucky. The link will not stay up too long. Let me copy it in. I will also try to copy it in the chat. Not sure if that works. This is basically a secret link. It's not available in the interface, but for a very limited time, we're gonna take it down in 2 days. For a very limited time, we give you 50% off of the yearly package, and you get unlimited everything. So unlimited open position, unlimited exchanges, unlimited TradingView signals, unlimited timeframes, unlimited signals, unlimited internal signals, unlimited real trades, and I also give you 2 bonuses. I give you our indicators if you want to put them on your chart, and I will include you into the WIP beta testing community. You will be the first ones that will be able to test the features we're gonna implement, and we have very exciting features coming out. We have, for example, algorithms already developed that will automatically modify indicators on backtesting, and nobody else will get access to that. So I would really recommend to subscribe to that now and get your yearly package for 50% off. And this is a very special offer. As I said, it's not available in the section. This is just for people who attended the webinar, and the link I post in the webinar again. So you're gonna get it, and I will also try to send it to you via email. Remember, it will just be available 48 hours, then we close the link again and this offer will be gone. So I hope that was useful, and I hope you saw how easy it is to automate your crypto trading and how much better this will make your life. You don't have to sit in front of the computer all day anymore. You can go out to drink coffee with your friends or have a nice day with your family. The bot is taking care of your trades, and the bot is of course much faster than you and will not make any wrong decisions. So I hope that was useful, and I see you in the next webinar. Don't forget to subscribe and take advantage of that offer now. Remember, it will expire in 48 hours. Take care. Bye bye. See you.